Welcome. Thank you for joining. We're going to begin today's class in child's pose. Let's begin by taking the knees wide, toes together, and begin to get yourself settled onto the mat as you drop your heart down, walking your fingers forward. Allow your hips to ground down towards the heels. And if it's available, bowing the forehead all the way down. Take a full inhale here. Explore expanding the backside of the body with air. And as you exhale, relax and let go into those shoulders. Begin to tent all 10 fingers, lift them off the mat, and just start to crawl them up the mat as far as they can go. Really thinking about lengthening through your side waist. And then slide your rib cage towards the right, as if it's pushing into your right thigh. Walk all 10 fingers over to the left. Thinking about this C-shaped curvature through your spine. Relax the hands and keep pressing your rib cage towards the right. Exploring that expansive breath. Let's bring the body back up through to center. Once again, sliding that rib cage over towards the left, pressing into the left thigh. Walk all 10 fingers over to the right. Good. Relax into it as you continue to push that rib cage to the left. Breathing deep into your intercostal muscles through your rib cage. And then we'll come back through to center. From here, we're going to explore some shoulder rotation. So as you shift your body forward onto hands and knees, the left arm is going to reach all the way back and then start to reach up towards the ceiling. And as you come forward, think about rounding and reaching that rib cage up towards the ceiling, finding that lateral side bend. Bring that hand back down, sit the hips back into child's pose. Other side, shift yourself forward, reach that right arm back behind you, overhead, and reach the rib cage up. Good, let's do that one more time on each side. Shifting forward, left arm all the way around. Sit the hips back. And coming forward, right arm, reaching all the way through. From here, coming onto hands and knees, find an anterior pelvic tilt, lifting that tailbone up, arching the spine, tucking the toes under, and come into downward facing dog. From here, let's turn all 10 toes over to the left. Bend through the knees and reach out through your side waist, lengthening your tailbone to the ceiling. Maybe turning and looking underneath that left arm. Really stretching and lengthening through that whole left side of your torso. Let's bring it back through to center. And then pivot, turn all 10 toes over to the right. Bend through those knees. Lengthen and reach up through your tailbone. Peeking underneath that right arm. And once again, let's come back through to center. Take a full breath in here. And sigh it out the mouth. Begin to walk your toes to the top of the mat, finding Uttanasana, forward fold. Bowing all the way down to even look towards your belly button if that's available. Take the hands to the front of the shins. Inhale, find a flat back and lengthen. Reach your heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Root your feet down and inhale as you rise up. Reach the arms with you, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by your side, mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Grab a hold of your right wrist, slide your ribcage to the left, and let's side bend, reach over to the right. We're really thinking again about that curvature through the spine. Inhale to lengthen your heart up. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, come back up through center. We'll switch sides. Grab a hold of that right wrist. Inhale, reach up. Slide the ribcage to the right as you bend towards the left. Inhale, lengthen your heart up. Exhale. Very nice. Let's come back up through center here. Reach the arms back down, reset. Few sun salutations here. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale, lead with your heart. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank. Taking your knees down for this first lowering. Slowly bring your belly down to the mat. Untuck the toes, tuck the chin, little cobra. It's finding that nice extension through the spine. And when you come back down, exhale, press onto your knees. Let's come up, find downward facing dog. Inhale here. Let it go. Walk your toes to the top of the mat, finding forward fold. Flat back on your inhale, lead with your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Root your heels down, inhale to rise up, reach up, looking at your thumbs. Exhale, hands by your side. Do that one more time, full breath in to reach up. Exhale, dive on down, forward fold. Flat back on the inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Option to lower the knees or lower all the way down with control. Inhale, little cobra, or maybe it might feel nice to come up a little bit higher. Just tuning into what feels good into your body today. And we're going to just peek and look past that left shoulder, finding a little bit of length into that right side of your torso. Come back through the center and over towards the right. Come back through the center, slowly lower your heart back down. Press into your palms, onto your knees, find downward facing dog. Taking your little steps here, walking all the way to your hands, forward fold Uttanasana. Looking towards that belly button. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rooting down, inhale to rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, mountain pose. Good. We're going to take our right leg back, coming into a high lunge. Just keeping your hands on your waist for a moment so you find your balance. I really like to start with a bent back leg, slight bend there. Lift the heel, and then straighten the leg to my best ability and press the heel back if there's a wall behind me. Hands on my rib cage now. I'm going to slide my rib cage to the right. Inhale, right arm up. Side bend, take it over to the left. Think about lifting up and out of your chest, like you're reaching your rib cage away from your pelvis. Create some length there. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale. Bring yourself back up through center. You're going to straighten the front leg, hands on your hips. Make sure the hips are squared here, pulling that right hip forward. And then begin to tilt yourself. Option to grab blocks here. And just come into a nice forward fold. Releasing the side waist. One more inhale. And exhale. Bending through that front leg. Let's step the right foot forward. Swap it out, step the left foot back. Again, finding your balance and coming into your high lunge. Finding that stability in your legs first. Maybe a slight bend in your back leg. A little bit of a pelvic tilt as you draw your tailbone down. Lift your back heel and then straighten the leg to the best of your ability. Ooh, definitely lots going on in that hip flexor. Hands on your rib cage. Let's slide the rib cage to the left this time. Inhale, reach the left arm up, really lengthening up and out of that chest. And then side bend, reach over to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Come back up through center, straightening that front leg. Once again, you can grab blocks if that's going to help. And forward fold into that. It's like a pyramid stretch, but your back foot is lifted. Really allow your chest and your torso to soften down over that front thigh. Relaxing the back of your neck. From here, step your left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root down, rise all the way up, Uttanasana. Exhale, hands down, mountain pose, Tadasana. We're going to step the left foot back, coming into that high lunge again. Inhale, reach the arms up. Now I want you to think about the side waist, reaching up and out of your side waist. Again, rib cage away from your pelvis. We're really sinking low into the legs and creating that strength and stability in your lower half. Inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Let's pivot the back foot, moving into warrior two. So think about front heel, back arch alignment. And then imagine you're peeling your feet towards one another and engaging your inner thigh muscles. Keeping that gaze over your front middle finger. Good. Again, let's take the hands onto the rib cage. And we're just thinking about that sliding motion of the middle of your torso. So even though we're going to come into a reverse warrior, I want your rib cage to move to the front of your mat so that we create this C-shaped curve. So again, create that stability in the legs. We want the legs to stay where they are. Slide the rib cage towards your mat. Inhale, right arm up. And then we'll reach up and out of that chest and towards the back of the mat. Pull the belly button in. Keep lifting the chest up. Almost like a subtle back bend here. Inhale, come back to warrior two. We're going to cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step back into your plank, lowering down slowly all the way to the belly. Hands are going to come off the mat, tenting all 10 fingers. Engaging the glutes, and you're going to come up into a cobra. Really pulling the heart forward here. And then let's check out what's going over on the left side. Peeking over that left shoulder, lengthening through the right side of the waist. And then we'll turn and look over to that right shoulder. Come back through the center and slowly lower back down. Press the hands underneath your shoulders. Push onto your knees, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and sigh it out. And once again, press and glide your rib cage to the right as you walk your fingers over to the left, creating that side bending shape. Full breath in and out here. Come back through the center. Glide your rib cage to the left. Walk your fingers over to the right. Come back. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Lifting the hips high to the ceiling here. From here, let's just step the left foot in between the hands. Coming up into that high lunge. Reaching out through that sideways, slight tuck of the pelvis. And then let's pivot the back foot, opening up into warrior two. Okay. So, once again, pull the feet towards one another and really engage those inner thigh muscles. Lengthen up and out of your side waist. Let's place the hands on the rib cage and glide that rib cage towards the top of your mat. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach back as you keep sliding your rib cage to the top. Inhale fully. Stay with that exhale. Good work. Let's come back. Reach the arms out into warrior two arms. Inhale here. Exhale. Let's take the hands down. Step back into plank. Lower down slowly to your belly. Hands are tented off to the sides of the mat. Lead with your heart as you inhale into Cobra. Stay for the exhale. Turning and twisting, looking over that left shoulder. Come back through the center. Inhale. Exhale. Let's turn and twist towards the right. Come back through the center. Beautiful. Slowly lower your heart down. And we'll meet back in child's pose. Press into the palms of the hands. Come onto hands and knees. We're just going to come down onto our right side, right elbow. Keep that bottom knee bent, top leg straight. Moving into our side plank here. So we want to think about this bottom hip and rib coming towards one another, really engaging through the muscles, the obliques on the side, on the bottom here. And then we're going to lift up and press that rib cage towards the ceiling. Left arm reaching up and maybe up and over, bicep beside your ear. Modified side plank. Really press yourself away from the floor. Maybe a slight back bend here as we reach the heart forward. And slowly lower the hips down. We're going to do that exact same thing on the other side. So flip over onto your left elbow. Once again, thinking about contracting that bottom side oblique And then lift and glide your rib cage up towards the ceiling. Lengthen up using your strength, and then reach up and over with that right arm. Breathe into your strength. Slowly lower your hip down. We'll make your way back into a downward facing dog, reaching the hips up. Stepping the right foot outside the right hand, left foot outside the left hand. So coming into Malasana, I'm just going to turn myself so you can see better. Take the elbows onto the insides of those knees, gently opening the hips and lengthening out through our heart, crown of our head. I'm going to take my right hand down to the floor, keeping my tricep on the inside of that knee. Reaching the left arm up towards the sky, and then reaching up and over, again, sliding the rib cage over to the left. A lot of things going on here. We got hip openers, we got side bends. Just breathe into any stuck areas. Explore what comes up, do that. Come back into center here, hands at your heart, reset. Left hand to the floor. Inhale, glide your rib cage to the right, reach that right arm up towards the sky, and then up and over towards the left. You turn your heart slightly more upwards towards the sky. Come back through to center, hands at your heart center. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Good, let's come back down, hands on the mat, step back, downward dog. Moving into our full side plank, Vashisthasana, turning our toes over towards the left. And once again, engaging those muscles on the bottom side, contracting through the obliques, and lifting that rib cage, hip up towards the sky. Maybe taking that top arm and reaching it, bicep alongside your ear to get the full curvature. One more breath here. Gently bend the knees, turn yourself into a front plank, and we'll go right into the other side, pivoting the toes towards the right. Come on up, inhale, reach those hips up, your rib cage to the ceiling. Really find that curvature through your spine as we really work into our abdominals here. One more breath. Bend the knees, slowly turn yourself forward. Let's take the knees down to the mat. Find child's pose to rest the arms. Bow the forehead to the mat. Let it go. Slowly bringing yourself back up. Just lean over to the side to take a seat. We're going to come into Janu Shirshasana, extending the left leg out. Really hug that right heel towards your groin, creating as much space here as you can. And then you want to, again, think about the rib cage sliding in this position because we don't want to just collapse and try our best to reach to make it look cool. We want to stay away from that idea of it has to look a certain way. Let's more so look for how does it feel in our body. So hands on the rib cage. We're going to slide that rib cage out towards the right. And we're going to turn and create a little bit of a back bend here. So reach that heart up towards the ceiling. Right? Take that left hand down your shin, your thigh, and inhale, right arm up. Right? Keep sliding that rib cage away from you. And then even if you can't reach as far as you would before, it's going to feel very different in your body. So thinking about, again, revolving your chest up, find that back bend, breathe into that side body, really getting into that quadratus lumborum QL muscle in your low back. Soften the breath, soften the face. Come back to this moment, this breath. On your next inhale, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Find length through your torso. Slowly let that arm drop back down. Resetting to the other side. Extend that right leg out. Hug the left foot in. Again, just trying to separate the legs as much as possible to create some space there. Find length through the sideways of your torso, hands on your rib cage, and lean or slide that left rib cage, the rib cage to the left. All right, and then again, lift up through your spine, your chest, and revolve your chest towards the ceiling. Right hand slides down your leg, left arm reaching up. Let's take a full breath in here to get a little bit more height. Exhale and find that side bend. Keep gliding your rib cage to the left. Checking in with the quality of your breath. Breathe and lengthen that inhale a little bit more. And softly let the exhale go. Inhale to come back up through center. Exhale, relax the left arm down. Just bring the legs in a seated position here, hands behind you to lift and lengthen the chest. The shoulders moving back behind you. Right. Let's gently make our way back or down onto our back, setting up for bridge pose. Get the feet about hip distance apart, toes pointed forward. Slide one shoulder under you and then the other. Slide the tailbone down towards your heels, creating a little bit of a posterior tilt. Then from here, inhale and lift the hips up. Press big toe, little toe, heel down firmly and evenly. Gently drawing the inner thighs towards one another like you're squeezing a ball between your thighs. Continue to slightly tuck the tailbone under to really engage the glutes and hamstrings. Inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly lower your spine back down towards the mat. And once you arrive, allow your knees to fall over towards the right. Might feel good to open the arms, turn your head towards the left. It might feel nice to take that right ankle over your left knee. Really draw that knee back down towards the earth, deepening through the twist. That ankle is on top. Gently release it back down. Slowly return the knees back through to center along with your neck. Reset the spine with one breath in and out. Let's take those knees now over to the left. Again, these are all options, so just go with whatever feels right in your body. Maybe taking that left ankle over right knee. Maybe turning your head and looking over towards that right thumb. Encourage you to keep your eyes closed here. Take a moment to be internal. Really allow the neck muscles to relax, the shoulders to melt down. Left ankle over your knee, and then bring your knees back through to center. Just for one moment, hugging the knees into your chest and really pressing down into your low back. Release the legs out long. If you're experiencing any low back pain, you can keep the knees bent. Find a Shavasana that feels right for you today. Bring the palms up towards the sky. Slight tuck of the chin. Bringing your awareness to all the little muscles in your face, smoothing out through the forehead, relaxing the eyebrows, letting go of any tension you might be holding with your eyes, softening the cheekbones and the jaw, just lightly pressing the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Your mind is beginning to wander. Just simply bring it back. Feel the weight of your body. Feel the heaviness. or perhaps the lightness. Mhm. I find that there can be a heaviness because I feel very relaxed and grounded. So my tension lets go and I can soften down. But there's an energetic lightness after a yoga practice. Begin to invite a little bit of movement through your body, starting with your fingers and your toes. And then let's take a good morning stretch, reaching the arms up past your head. And as you exhale, bend the knees, hug the knees in. Turning over to your right side and gently pressing yourself up, coming to a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center, bow the head down and keep the eyes closed. Thank you so much for allowing me to hold the space for your yoga practice today. I wish you love and light. Namaste.